like I guess also an alien. He's like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat, and he's like, goes and gets a cheeseburger, and he's like, what do I do with this? He's like, well, you got to chew it up for me, and then like it like looks like a turd.
Are you sure this wasn't just a fever dream you had?
No, I swear.
This is coming from the deep butt of Alex's brain right now.
Welcome to the Cinema So Far podcast where good friends talk about great cinema. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined today by Sydney, Alex, and Travis. What's up, guys?
Yay.
Yeah.
What's up?
Here we are.
What up, players?
Today we're going to be talking about Fallout Season 1, Episode 3. And this episode is titled The Head. I think we know why. And it's directed by Jonathan Nolan. Some of the writers were Geneva Robertson-Dworet, Graham Wagner, and Chaz Hawkins. All right, so this was a pretty pivotal episode. What did you guys think? Whenever you watched this for the first time, what are some of your thoughts you had?
I'm hooked now. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it now. The heat is on.
You're feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, were you like Paul? You had one foot out the door.
Yeah,
at first.
kind of hot and cold. Yeah, in and out. But now I'm all in.
All right, what was it? What brought you in?
The scene that sold it for me was the torture scene between the ghoul and that finger creature.
Yes.
Yeah,
The Gulper.
we're getting somewhere now. Things are getting real.
You liked all those fingers, huh? I mean, it was pretty creepy.
That was hella creepy.
Looked very, what?
That was hella creepy.
Yeah.
Super creepy.
You already mentioned too that is a Gulper, which is that's a creature in the game as well.
Actually.
Actually.
Push up your glasses when you say that.
Actually.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because it's like a oxalotl, right? Like it's like a very radioactive oxalotl.
It
Giant.
reminded me of like a hardcore Petey Piranha from Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to make a correction from an earlier episode because I totally fucked up Hans Zimmer's name.
What'd you say?
I said
Hans
like,
Zimmer?
no, I called him like Johann something or another. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, it's Hans Zimmer, dude.
I was like, that's it. Totally. That's the guy.
I thought you were putting me on to someone I never heard of before.
So Zimmerman or
Hans Zimmer is the one.
Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer is the one that does the music for the Nolan films.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyway, all right. Well,
Shout out to the Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, to the Hans Zimmer.
yeah, the Oxalotl was really cool though. I thought because with the finger thing, to me, it was just kind of like this showing the mutation. Like somehow, I don't know if it's like mixed with human DNA
That's
or
what I was
something
trying
like
to
that.
figure out.
But I thought that was a really cool touch, and
Yeah.
it was really creepy.
Travis, I don't think we're supposed to ask too many questions. Like, how did this creature?
I thought it was a big
about,
catfish that had mutated.
Well,
Yeah.
wait till you come across the Death Claws. Hopefully, they have those in season 2. That's my
Okay.
favorite.
Ooh, all right, something to come.
Foreshadowing. Right.
Yeah, nice foreshadowing. Okay, so wait, what were your overall thoughts, guys? Travis, what did you think?
Yeah, this like she said, the season is really starting to kick in, right? You've gotten past the first episode. 1 is like trying to tease you with different storylines. Episode 2 kind of answers 1 or 2 questions and like introduces more characters, and 3 is like, oh no, okay, we're on the journey now. Like there's a mission at hand, and there's kind of 2 missions. There's like 3 missions at hand, but they're all conjoining in the same, timeline. So it's pretty interesting so far.
Yeah, I agree. We're getting into the meat of it finally. There's some setup there, and then this is what I really like is this is where we start going back into the origin of kind of how everything happened. So,
yeah, pretty cool backstory, right? What did you think, Alex? As someone that's like, I guess you watched this for the second time now.
mm-hmm.
And no spoilers or anything, but what were some of your thoughts as you were, watching this episode?
I mean, I think that just like pretty much the whole series, it definitely kind of fits that vibe. It's really good at kind of sticking to the essence of what the Fallout games were. I mean, with a few nuances. But yeah, I mean, the commentary on the Red Scare, as we'll see here soon, and just the kind of development of stuff that they didn't really talk too much about in the game, kind of like the origin of Vault Tech, going a little bit deeper into that. So yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Hell
Again,
yeah.
for the second time.
For the second time. Yeah, I picked up a lot more this time. This is my second time through. And I don't know if everyone got this, but for some reason I didn't catch it the first time, or maybe I did and I just forgot. But basically, Cooper, in the beginning of the episode, who is the Ghoul later on, 200 years later, he was Vault Boy. He was the original Vault Boy.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Sure, it's obvious. I don't know what I was smoking before.
Yeah, the inspiration for with the thumbs up and everything.
That clicks in the last 5 minutes.
I
of
like
the show.
how he shot it right in the face, and then it like shows you that was his face later, like the inspiration for the poster.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you really missed it during the episode, they kind of played something out in the credits too that was kind of like showing you like, okay, he's the same guy.
Okay.
Except he's not blonde.
Right.
But, I don't know. I can't imagine him blonde, to be honest. But
well, see, that's what I found it weird. I don't dislike that they did that. I think it's cool that they gave you like an origin story for Vault Boy, but I don't necessarily know if that was necessary.
Like it might not have needed that. It didn't need.
Yeah, I mean, it was
just a logo,
Vault
like
Boy's
it's a character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I like
Really,
that.
I thought it added to it. I was like, oh, whoa, shit, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially. Well, if you haven't played the games too, though, I think, right? If you're just watching the show for the show, it is cool that it gave it like an origin.
Yeah, it's kind of like building on the lore that already exists. You know what I mean? Like there's like great foundation of lore with Fallout, and that's why everyone really loves the games and immediately loves the show, even if they've never played the games. But when they just keep adding depth like that, it just makes it a much more rewarding experience to watch. And I think there's even more as the season plays out, but yeah, for some reason it just didn't click with me the first time, and it totally did this time. So with that, you guys ready to get into the recap?
Yeah.
Recap. Yeah.
All right. So we opened before the bombs fell, following Cooper Howard on a Western film set. And he's playing a sheriff preparing to kill a bad guy, but he really doesn't want to, and he believes that it's not aligned with his character. So, yeah, that was an interesting scene for me, because I felt like we're really starting to understand who the Ghoul was before he became the Ghoul, and it's completely the opposite of what we're seeing now.
And it adds depth. I like that it's just kind of like it's a commentary on how the wasteland or the nuclear apocalypse will change somebody who's got morals and ethics,
Yeah.
Or I mean, not even just the wasteland, but Hollywood and corporatism as well. But I definitely got this. I wrote that in my notes. I was like, I really appreciated that he has like a moral kind of driven ethic where he doesn't want to be that guy. And
yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like I think we need that more in Hollywood, because that reminds me of Henry Cavill, right? He's one of those folks that's just like, I'll not do this show and lose money just because I don't want it to screw with like the
what he believes
like the source material, like the meaning of what the show or the movie is being made from.
Yeah.
I have in my nose that he just says, damn, what a badass. He's so good looking. Damn. In his cowboy outfit.
Hell yeah.
I was at Chris's house watching it for the first time, and he made this spiked eggnog with 100 proof.
Oh god.
Captain.
Oh, okay.
They were
So
coming together now.
Sipping in
So
cinema.
I did watch it twice. I don't know if the first time counts though.
Okay.
We were on the spiked eggnog. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely improve the viewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walton Goggins as the Ghoul was looking pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I bet.
Well, I say on that scene there, it was interesting to see the cinematography of it, where they try to set it up like I could kind of tell immediately it was a film set, just but
Yeah.
they try to like fool some people, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is like a part of the scene. No, I knew he was gonna like cut, like,
yeah. You're waiting for the other shoe to
Yeah.
drop, and yeah.
Well,
But I
there's a
liked it.
hesitation.
I liked it.
Hey, I just thought of something real quick.
Mhm.
You're talking about how the Ghoul looks good with alcohol. It's like beer goggles,
Yeah.
but for Sid.
No,
for
but
Sid,
he was like in his scorpion cowboy suit, the very opening
Yeah.
scene when
Yeah.
he was like, this doesn't align with my character.
right?
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
but the
What?
joke, just for the joke's sake, I was thinking beer goggles, but you had egg noggles.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hey, worth it.
That's a good one.
Worth it, my friend.
Yeah.
All right. So then basically we get to see Cooper's wife, his wife Barb, and his daughter, and they're at craft services table, and his wife's teasing him about the costume change that he's about to do, and he, whenever he puts this suit on, right, it's the Vault-Tec suit, and when you're watching it, you're kind of just like, okay, I'm kind of seeing what's happening here. And I think it's just hilarious that he asks if, he's doing the photo shoot, and he asks if this suit actually blocks radiation.
Mhm.
You can just tell.
I was like,
No
yeah,
way.
sure.
Yeah.
No way.
Totally.
I wanted to point out too, like on the scene where he goes and like sees his wife for the first time. I like how they started it out like it's like he's like just meeting her and risen her up,
That's what I was gonna
Mhm.
just ask. Exactly.
And then to me that was a good writing because it shows it's very playful and believable as a relationship dynamic, and you could tell that he really loves her.
Well, it worked because I actually didn't know that was his wife until it took me a while to process that.
Yeah, same. When I first watched it, I was like this
Like,
this
what?
must be him.
Oh yeah.
He's risen
Laying it down.
risen
Yeah.
up this honey over here, laying it on
Uh-huh.
thick.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it was good writing, and again, like you just said, Travis, like that was the second time, almost in a row, that they did that, right? Where they're trying to flip the expectation there with the writing.
Mhm.
Yeah, misdirection, exactly. But they did such a good job with it. Even every time they do it, it pretty much works because they do it later on in the show too. But so whenever he is there doing the photo shoot, that's where we find out that he is the iconic Pit Boy, right? He's the Vault-Tec. He's doing the whole thing right there, and that's where we get the whole imagery of the thumbs up because he decides to just, hey, let me just try this real quick.
Right. Well, it's
Oh,
got to
and
be
also-
funny that he does a lot of other poses and the typical like photo shoot, all the different angles, stand like this, be, and then we'll do a thumbs up, and that was what landed.
And I got a actually moment because I made this mistake last episode too. So the Pit Boy is the device.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
The-
you're right. My bad.
The little guy is the Vault Boy.
Vault Boy. Sorry,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you. You saved
Thank
me
you.
from getting a lot of angry emails.
No, they're probably
Gross.
Oh, they're still gonna
Ed.
comment.
if they watch
Yeah.
these in chronological order, they're going to be ripping me up anyway because I said yeah, that's the Pit Boy. So it's been a second. Sorry.
Yeah,
He has played the game, guys. Trust me.
Yeah.
prove it.
I've actually been wanting to replay it to kind of catch back up on
Yeah.
it because it has been a good 5 years, I think, since I played Fallout 4.
Hey, you got a Twitch channel? Go for it. All right. So, anything else on that photo shoot? On that whole scene, how it played out?
Just a cinematography thing. I thought the black and white effect was really cool when they were filming it. It did. It's like a lot of the times when they're doing black and white, it doesn't look grainy and believable, but it felt like and that was at that scene, right?
Wait, am I tripping? Where
I'm
was
not
there black
sure.
and white?
I was like,
Maybe I'm skipping ahead. Maybe that's the next episode.
Damn.
Bear
well,
with us,
dang,
guys.
all
He's
right.
watched all of it twice. Okay, so it
Yeah.
blurs together.
He
I'm gonna
refuses
actually
to
your
s-
ass. Actually,
Actually, that's
Motherfucker.
season 1, episode 5.
Damn, yeah.
Well, my bad. I don't know if that was, maybe that's later on, but when he's doing the Vault Tech
Yeah.
promo stuff, it does do black and
The
white.
bottom
so,
line is they did it really
will
well
come.
whenever Wick comes up.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does. So
Any
sorry,
of those times.
just
no worries.
edit and post.
Cut it out. I don't know if anybody gets that
Travis, you're
reference.
gonna have your work cut out for you. Yeah.
All right. So the next scene then is on the surface, right? And Lucy McLean is carrying the decapitated head of Dr. Wilzig. And she finds this, weird device stuck in there. She pulls it out and, she doesn't pull it out from her neck. What she does is pull out a tracker because she doesn't want to lose this head, right? So she pulls a tracker out of her pit boy and shoves it right up his nose, right up there. And I'm thinking that's going to come into play a little bit later, but
I had to ask Chris what was happening. I had no idea what was happening. I was like, "Well, it just happened." What did
the way it was
you're asking
unfolding.
Chris.
She was doing because they're like, "Oh, what is she doing?"
It's his first episode he's watching, and you're asking him what's happening. That's so funny.
Well, that was
He
the
knew.
eggnog talking.
I didn't. He knew I didn't know.
He still knew.
Yeah.
Okay, so was anyone asking themselves like, okay, what is this thing that's stuck in this guy's head? Like
I already
the-
figured
the
out
code.
like episode 1. I knew it was like a data chip that had some important information on it. Like,
Is it though?
well,
Is
that's what
it?
I'm assuming.
Because what happens when she touches it?
You sure
It
about
lights
that?
up.
Spark.
It kind of like zaps her, right?
It activates. Looks like.
Okay.
Mhm.
What were you guys thinking it was? Because my first time around, I had no idea. It took my second time watching it to kind of figure out what it is.
From
I really
my
don't know yet. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, from my perspective, I don't remember if there was anything like that in the game. I don't think there was, at least that I remember. So I just figured out, or I mean, I didn't really think too much about it. I just assumed that it was going to be, a plot point that we would find out later.
Yeah. And I'm sure it will be because they didn't really reveal what it is. But
Yeah, it's just mystery.
She didn't
about
even
it.
really realize that she just was like, oh, like doesn't even know that it's like in there. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, his head like zapped me. What was that?
yeah, I think she put 2 and 2 together that like, okay, this must be why he said to just cut off my head, right? That for
Yeah.
this,
Connect the dots there. Disconnect the
Right.
head.
yes. And so after that, she arrives at the flooded remains of old Hollywood. It's a very nice scene. There's grass. There's a nice little serene lake right there. She spots a fawn, and at this point, I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen to this deer? Because there's no way
Yeah.
that
It just meant,
you know,
"Aw,"
yeah, there's no way this
Yeah.
can last.
You've seen
right?
Jurassic
So-
Park.
yeah. So it takes a dark turn, and this huge water creature, which we find out is a gulper, grabs the deer and happens to grab the bag with Wilzig's head, and swallows both of them.
So James, you're from LA, right? Or you lived in LA, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So you're familiar with Randy's Donuts, right?
Yes.
Did you notice
Seen
that?
many a music video there.
Did you notice that Randy's Donuts was laying decayed in the background?
I did, and in the last episode, it was LAX that they were showing, kind of in the wasteland area. So you kind of could connect the dots as far as like how far she's walked from Santa Monica to the LA airport now to Hollywood. So it kind of really paints that picture.
How long would that
And
take?
also,
In a wasteland, I have no idea, man.
I think if you're walking that just today, it would take several hours at least.
But just like imagine walking in sand. Like if you've ever
Right.
walked in a beach, like that's not easy,
And
It's
then
workout.
she also, I think at some point in that area too, there was a Sunset Sarsaparilla ad, which is a famous soda pop in the video game.
Oh, okay. So they have a lot of drinks in the game, huh? They have like Nuka-Cola.
Nuka-Cola, yeah, Sunset Sarsaparilla. Yeah, there's various soda pops.
I guess that's 2, but
It's still,
Well, I think there's more than that, but those are definitely the 2 most famous.
okay.
I like that they're throwing those in there, these Easter eggs. It's cool.
Yeah, And so was this one of your favorite parts, Sid? Was this like whenever we didn't get to the other scene yet where she's like actual bait, but what'd you think of the monster?
I was just thinking, did we watch the same episode? Like, when did they say his name was the Gulper? I've just been calling him
the Ghoul
the
says it.
finger.
The Ghoul says it real quick. He's like, that was a Gulper, right? Like, it's like,
okay.
almost didn't hear what he said.
Yeah, he didn't announce himself. And
okay, I've just been calling it the finger creature.
Which so
yeah. Buddy shot was like, whoa. yeah.
Never mind. I was
Yeah.
gonna make a dirty joke.
Do it.
Oh
Now
no!
you
just
can't leave
how
me
dare
in
you,
suspense.
sir?
No, I was good
You
thinking
can't leave me in
you thinking that
suspense.
Lucy was having fun when she was halfway.
Oh my god.
You actually got Sydney with that one.
But no, yeah. I just was like hooked at the Gulper.
Okay.
Very
Yeah.
intrigued by the Gulper.
It didn't look like
Cool,
fingers at
cool
first,
effects.
but then a little bit later they cut and it's
Yeah.
like even closer. Like, why are there human fingers? Like, why do they look like that? That's crazy.
Mhm.
Well,
Can't ask him now.
It's kind of like I was saying earlier too, and I don't want to explain too much because there's like the death claw,
Mhm.
and it's that somehow I think the radiation caused a lot of shit to mutate and kind of mix.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow that Gulper got human DNA
Okay,
is my best guess,
that makes sense.
Yep.
or it ate a radioactive person
or-
and then started sprouting fingers.
I guess, and I don't have a lot of history. I only have like what I've seen so far. I don't even have researched anything.
Yeah,
else,
that's what
but
I'm
I
here,
guess they were
actually.
testing. Yes, but maybe they were. My mind, they're testing other animals and stuff during all that time when they were. The scientist is cloning dogs, so maybe they're
Mhm.
making other creatures and testing things.
That's
on.
true. Yeah, that's a good good way to look at it. And that and honestly, I think maybe again, I'm failing on the game stuff here because that could have been what was happening in the game too. But anyway, but the point is there are hybrid creatures that are mixed with different
Okay.
stuff. So
Yeah, because I mean, this is the first time we've seen that. Because I think before we saw like the radioactive bear,
Mhm.
it wasn't
The
really
roach
mixed with
that
anything
took-
else.
right.
Yeah,
Big
the
roach.
roach that grew bigger, but this is the first like mutation of like multiple things together. So it was pretty cool. It was good effects. I thought. Throughout the season, I am never like disappointed in the effects that they're doing. I mean, some of them are practical, some of them are digital, but they all look so good. I mean, even the Ghoul, like when he's in broad daylight, and you can kind of see like light rays kind of going through his nose flap or whatever. Like that's just amazing. I don't know. It looks so real.
well, what do you expect from a Nolan?
Mm-hmm.
And
Top
Amazon
tier.
Prime, they put a lot of money into this, obviously.
Yeah, but they screwed up Rings of Power. So
That's another show, my friend.
Another
think-
show,
I think-
another
I think-
episode.
let's
Yeah.
not do that one. You're
But
gonna
hey,
hear
has
me bitching
everyone
the whole
seen
time.
Rings of Power? Is anyone else into Lord of the Rings, or is it just us two nerds
I like
here?
Lord of the Rings, but I did not know that something else existed from the universe.
Just y'all.
There's only one trilogy.
Just you virgins.
Okay.
Just a single- As far as Lord of the Rings goes, there's books, there's the Peter Jackson trilogy, and there's the animated series from the 70s and 80s, or the animated movies, and that's it.
Okay.
Nothing else exists. I just ignore all the
Okay.
rest. I guess The
Everything else
Hobbit
is
was all right.
The
Yeah.
Hobbit was
No, I
cool.
do.
Anyway, We're
I
on
do
Fallout
like
though.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can appreciate it, but yeah, kind of like Star Wars. I'm not a huge giant fan, but still,
You like
it.
Legolas though, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We're gonna force you to watch these. Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Just get ready, Sid. We're gonna run out of some other movies, and then you're gonna, you're gonna have
Okay.
homework to do.
Those are
Okay.
hallmarks. That's yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was just gonna say, what do you expect from a Nolan though, right? Because like he can't like have his brother show him up with, because I'm not usually a big budget Hollywood movie kind of guy, but Nolan's one of the ones that I really respect because he's very detail oriented and he makes sure everything looks good, everything's connected, everything works, and so I would assume that sorry, what was his brother's name again?
Christopher.
No, Christopher's brother, the one that does.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yeah, that Jonathan, he's got a reputation to live up to with his name.
Well, and also, it's whenever I was first thinking about watching this show, it's Jonathan Nolan and Joy. I can't remember her name. Her last name is escaping me, but it was the same two creators of Westworld.
Okay.
And Westworld, I loved the first season. Then I just got even more disappointed as it went on.
Oh.
But you liked it?
No, I liked it,
Travis?
but didn't they change directors on the second or something? Like,
Well, by the third season, it just kind of got to the point where I was just mad. I was just,
Okay.
like an angry,
Yeah.
graybeard nerd,
Season
just
one
shaking
was
my fist at the
amazing.
screen.
Season 1.
That seems to be a common
It is.
affair with HBO, because that's exactly how I feel about Game of Thrones.
Right.
Well, yeah, you and the whole rest of the world. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, but you know what I mean? It's just like, we gave it a good try. Let's just, write some bullshit just to keep the show going.
Yeah.
And, partly that is George R.R. Martin, let's be honest, but that's a topic for another time.
He never finished his book. But anyway, okay. So, anything else about the creature, that scene? Because we're about to get in this where the ghoul comes out. Okay, so
I'm ready.
all right, the ghoul reappears, and he's found Wilzig's body. Wait, do I got this right? He's headless.
Yeah, at the top of the episode, he was wandering through the desert. He found Wilzig's body because Wilzig's dog.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so he's tracking. He finds the body, and he again goes after Lucy or whoever. I mean, I think he assumes that it's her, but catches up to her, forces her in the water to attract the monster as bait. And I just thought that was like such a
gangster,
such a cool. Yeah, it was so cool to for him to be talking about torture as he's dunking her into the water. And he basically is like, well, yeah, torture doesn't work. And she's like, well, then what the hell are you doing? Why are you torturing me? And he's just like,
I'm not torturing you.
I'm not. I'm just using you as bait.
You, sweetheart.
Yeah. That was just so cool to be like, it's like having a conversation with the worm on the hook. And that worm doesn't understand what's happening. You're just like, I'm just using you to get some fish. Same concept. So that was just very well done. Great writing.
Those camera shots were so cool where he was in the background and she was like coming up out of the water. You could see it all at once. I was like, yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the way he did it would definitely make Dick Cheney proud. Just waterboarding the shit out of her.
Oh my gosh.
No one wants to touch that one. Yeah, Guantanamo. But so I don't know. I thought as this was happening, for the first time, I knew that the ghoul was this other character earlier in the episode that didn't even want to shoot someone for pretend. You know what I mean? And then here he's just completely heartless and cruel to this very nice, very beautiful lady. And it just makes you wonder, what the hell happened? What happened to this dude? Obviously his face got jacked up, and he's lived for 200 years, so I'm sure he's cranky. But it just really doesn't, it's obvious something else happened there to turn him into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's I can't add anything else to that.
Well, I think as it comes later, you'll start to see how the beginning of him transitioning to, because he didn't start that way before the apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse will do that to
you. He
and you'll find out
do-gooder personality throughout the whole not torture scene. She's just still so polite and what it just still Lucy about it. Yeah.
That's she's got this unbreakable spirit, and I think that's one of her best. That's her best characteristic, and it's a contrast too between somebody who just absolutely doesn't give a shit. He's been in the wasteland so long that the only thing that matters is he and himself.
Well, and one other thing, because during all of that, all of that commotion, his vials shatter, right?
Yeah.
And he can't get his fix. He really cares about that to the point where he's like, he says something about like a side quest. That was like a very cool line that he said, kind of speaking to the gamers, I guess. But yeah, you can kind of tell like he's changing direction, and it might be about going to get some more of these drugs or whatever that was broken. So I don't know. I thought that was really cool too.
It was just kind of hilarious the way that played out, because I didn't at first realize she had grabbed his like saddlebags, and and she's like smacking the creature with it, like that was gonna do anything. Like it's just like a giant ass creature. She's like hit it with the bags, like, and then she threw it in its mouth, and that's how it ended up getting the bottle shattered. It's so funny. They put some goofy stuff in to make you laugh sometimes.
Yeah, it was really comedic.
So a lore point, and then they'll delve more into this, I believe, and it's either later in this episode or the next episode. But what those vials are is Kim's, and so in order to not go full ghoul, he has to be hyped up on those Kims so he can kind of keep his human faculties.
Was that the same stuff that was when he was in the ground and it was IVs? Like,
well,
or was that?
I guess that was Kim. I feel like that was Radaway.
Radaway, maybe.
But I'm not sure. To be honest,
I don't know what the difference is.
For the diehards in there, check that out. Tell us in the comments. Which one was it?
Yeah, what drug was that? Because he also said like, this is a small drop of drugs,
right?
Or small drop in a very large pool of drugs, and then
I'm thinking that probably was Kim's, because the person who put him in the ground did not want him to.
Yeah,
it wanted him to stay, cognizant and
suffer.
Be tortured, and suffer. So it probably was Kim's. But the reason I was thinking it was Radaway is because Radaway typically comes in an IV bag. So,
well, whatever keeps you from eating chickens, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So
next time I'm wiling out, I'm going to say I'm going full ghoul. Everybody, watch out, everybody, full ghoul. Okay.
Yeah. Did you bite the head off a chicken?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So, you can kind of see that he's addicted, right? I mean, it was a problem when those vials broke. So, yeah. So what do you
say?
What do you guys
think?
Was like,
he was like,
Travis.
Oh, fuck, or something. He was like audibly like, fuck, or something like.
Yeah. Not happy, But, okay. So then we move on to, in the wasteland. We have Maximus, which I don't know if you guys like this guy yet. At the first watch, at the first watch, I hated this guy at this point.
Right.
But anyway, he's faking being Knight Titus after having let Titus die in the previous episode, and he receives orders from the Brotherhood, who want to, they want to set him up with a new squire, and he basically lies and says Maximus is dead. Squire's dead. Don't need another squire. It's all good.
Well, I thought it was funny too, because he's like torn, right? This is where I'm torn on him as a character, because he's not developed. He's not totally. I don't know where. Not that you have to be on a side. You can just be independent, but it's like he was like, oh, he died with such honor and pride. Like he's like trying to get his name like recognized as a squire. Just thought that was funny.
Talking himself up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm leaning toward he's a douchebag, just all around. Yeah.
But Lucy's into him.
We'll see at. Oh, sorry. We'll see at the end there.
She's into the night.
Yeah, it might feel a little different.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's get there. So he goes to Philly to repair his T60, the power armor, and it costs him 5 bottle caps and a tooth, basically.
Well, he didn't have
at least
he
one
only
tooth.
He said, "Can I get it for 4?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Nope," and that was it.
Yeah,
no bargaining.
Yes, and so he sees that dentist office or that shop or whatever, and then he just comes back out, and he's obviously traded at least one tooth for a bottle cap.
I like how he's like, "Make it quick," and she's like, and just hands it back to him like it was gonna be
with this extra bottle cap. Yeah,
just like the Geek Squad would do. All right. Well, after that, a gang of scavengers try to break into his armor that's kind of parked over there, and dude gets beat down. right? Somehow, somehow he manages to beat them off with a wrench, and then gets his arm into the suit, and we see one of the best skull crushes of the season, at least. But yeah, probably of other shows too.
I would even say that Skull Crush rivals Bill Skarsgård getting his head smashed in Barbarian.
That was gnarly. That was pretty gnarly. But it just shows how much music can contribute to the mood of the scene. Like, they were playing that Johnny Cash song, and then it went all suspenseful back into the Johnny Cash song. So
yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That seems to be his theme song too. He's got the cool Johnny Cash.
Yeah, when he was getting his ass kicked, and then goes Skull Crusher on him. Goes Bill Skarsgård on him.
And one thing to point out, I think about that too, is the fact that he was fighting and trying to get in the suit, right? And he wasn't even in the suit, and then the suit somehow kind of reacted and protected him, which I thought was really cool and kind of mysterious.
That wasn't.
And by the way, I just like the design of the suit. I love how you can just kind of like step into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
in forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a really cool design of it.
It really reminds me of this movie that I used to love when I was a kid, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was from the 90s.
Mechas? Like the mech suit?
No, it was like an alien suit that this kid found, and he steps in, and I just remember there was a part where like he's stuck in the suit, and he's like telling the alien, because the suit's like, I guess, also an alien, and he's like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat, and he's like, goes and gets a cheeseburger, and he's like, what do I do with this? He's like, well, you got to chew it up for me, and then like it like looks like a fucking turd.
Are you sure this wasn't just a fever dream you had?
No, I swear.
This is coming from the deep butt of Alex's brain right now.
This is the deep archives. If you know what he's talking about in the comments, leave it in the comments. Like,
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, well, not Iron Giant, not.
No, that was just a great movie. But,
I don't remember.
I thought it was the mech suits, like where they fight the big monster, the big gigantic. What is that one like? Freaking, I don't remember what that one is. But...
Star Kid. It's called Star Kid.
Okay,
dude, I'm telling you, we gotta review that shit.
Star Kid. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, he finds an alien cyber suit in the junkyard. Anyway, it just reminded me of that, because it's the same thing. He jumps into it. He's like, oh, this is cool, and he goes from like the back, and then it closes around him like the knights, the armor does.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, all I have is like the comparison of like Iron Man, where it just, it started out where he's kind of like walking into it and it kind of assembles, and then eventually it's like the nano suit that's like just shooting at him, and he's just kind of catching it. But yeah, I don't know. This is just a really cool way to do it.
No, it's funny that it ends up in a junkyard. Coming back to some of the funny stuff, it's like that I catch is okay. Obviously, it's perfect that he ends up right here at a junkyard, and then right in a place where he has a crane and a chain, and he can pull this thing up. Like, of course, like.
And then of course he grabs
and
then of course he grabs a toilet seat to defend himself.
Yeah, I think that was also a weapon you can use in the game too. So that was kind of an Easter egg. But also the whole conveniently finding a place to put your armor is also in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like, I think that's probably what they're kind of making a references, because like you'll be in the wasteland, like middle of nowhere, and there's like, there's a place where I can work on my, just like most video games, it's like if you have weapons or stuff, like like if you're playing man, my brain is not working today, The Last of Us, right? And then like there's crafting stations just in the middle of nowhere, so it's kind of one of those things.
Well, wait, so in Fallout, is someone able to steal your armor, or you just park it and it's kind of safe?
Yeah, nobody. I mean, I don't. Maybe in Fallout 76, I'm not sure because I haven't played it. I feel like there might be some like.
There's 76 of them.
No. Yeah, it's called Fallout 76 because it's like, I think like 2076 or something. I don't know.
Here,
but but anyway, and it's also a reference to 1776, which is Independence Day.
Okay.
Yeah. As long
or
as it's
the-
not 6'7".
Yeah.
Jesus.
Goodness gracious.
Don't
but
get
ye-
me started.
But yeah, that's
What was that video? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that if there's like a open world cross-platform gaming, maybe they could steal your suit, but typically it's just kind of like you have those power cores like they have in this game. But the thing is like they work forever in the game and the TV show. They work forever in the TV show, but in the game they die, and unfortunately they die really quickly. It pisses me off. So like there's been so many times where I just had to like leave my suit until I could find a garage where I can put it up.
Oh, interesting. Well, now can I ask you on the perspective of the games and some of now when it comes to these? Wow, I brain farted too. I just lost that question.
What were you gonna say, Sid?
Here's what I was gonna ask.
Radiation fatigue.
What was that? What was that game in 2013 everybody was playing where you could like turn yourself into a toilet or like a bathtub and like play around as a toilet?
Oh yeah, and you
that?
gotta hide and like not move, or is that the one?
Anybody in the comments that played this game, let us know.
It kind of sounds like Call of Duty to me.
Maybe that was it.
Well, because Call of Duty has a game it's a game you could play within Call of Duty where like you turn into inanimate objects.
That's
and
I thought you were saying a joke of like Call of Duty, like DOOTY.
No. It wasn't going that.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. But no, actually, in Call of Duty, there's a game mode you could play where like there's one team goes around with guns, and then you are an inanimate object, and you have to hide. And if they see you moving around, they want to eliminate it, and it's kind of like hide and go seek. And if you make it the whole round without getting caught, then you're the winner.
Yeah, I've seen that play. That's pretty cool. So, but I did remember. So the question for me was just this game for Fallout, the ones that I guess not 76. They're role playing games. Like you're following a story, kind of like Red Dead Redemption. To like, it's a story that only you are playing, or there's other people in the game with you.
Yeah, well, the more famous ones it's like an open world RPG where you / like first person shooter where you go around like just like Red Dead, you do side quests and you have a main quest and you have side quests and a big map. And so yeah, it's kind of like any copy paste The Witcher, Red Dead Redemption, those kinds of games.
Skyrim.
The first two, Skyrim. The first two, however, and then there's crafting mechanics and stuff too. But the first two, however, I think were more like strategy games, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
I have not played the first two, but I know they're not the same as New Vegas, Fallout 4, and 76, and Fallout 3. Sorry.
Okay. Well, okay. So, just to get back to the recap, after we saw that, now we're seeing the new squire come in. Obviously, the Brotherhood did not listen, and they sent a new squire, and it's Thaddeus.
The one that was beating the shit out of Maximus at the very first.
Yes, the guy that part of the bullies, right?
Yeah.
And I was really happy about this because I just really love Johnny Pemberton. I think he's like just one of the funniest, comedic actors. But now Maximus is like barking orders at this dude. He's like, clean my codpiece. He's kind of taking it out on him, right? Which can you blame the guy?
Right.
I don't think that's anything.
Flipped,
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? But then we gradually learned Thaddeus's backstory. He was a shitter. He fed flies. And he was, turns out to not be such a bad guy. He was the one that was getting picked on before and just wanted to kind of pay that forward.
That was an interesting line where he said,
well, I like how I said that too.
Yeah,
is he was just getting he's like basically more or less said like I was getting my ass beat every day and I had nothing against Maximus, but when he came around, I was like, oh well, here's let's start beating his ass, so I'm not getting my ass beat anymore, and it worked. So you kind of feel for it, and it also kind of shed some light on the Brotherhood and how kind of shitty that whole organization is.
Yeah, but I thought it was interesting. He said, and I was kind of sad though that Maximus didn't get to stay or survive long or stay long enough to then beat someone else's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dropping really funny lines there.
I was just hooked on the fact that his name was Thaddeus, like from Your Highness. Thaddeus, handle your shit. Handle your shit, Thaddeus. I just kept saying that the whole time.
Oh my
Thaddeus,
gosh.
like running around with this fucking golf club bag, like I don't know. Making him carry all that shit. Yeah.
Oh,
Dang, I
I
didn't even make that connection.
Was Thaddeus's character, was that Danny McBride?
Wasn't Thaddeus James Franco?
Was James Franco? It's been so long
Yeah.
since I've seen that movie. Who was the one that had the Minotaur dick around their neck?
That was Danny McBride.
That one,
yeah.
right?
That was Danny McBride, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Had to be.
Yes.
Classic Danny.
Yep.
All right, on with the show.
right.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of classic, we're back in the vault, and the oversight committee is, working on, getting the infrastructure put back, right? And during this meeting, it becomes known in a really funny way that this water purification chip is failing, and the tension starts to rise because no one knows what to do with these raiders that they've captured and are holding there. So yeah, I just thought it was like really funny that, I mean, first Zach Cherry is, he's another really funny actor, and him and the other guy on the stage, what was his name, Rodrigo Luzzi, they're just going back and forth, and you can just really tell these two idiots don't really know what's going on, and the true power that is in the vault is sitting right there. Happens to be the older lady from Deadpool that's just kind of sitting there in the chair, just really just sitting back while these other guys are trying to run the meeting.
Right.
That was the same lady, right?
Yeah, that's her.
See,
Wow.
that's what I thought, but then I was like, I swear I could have swore that the lady in Deadpool was actually blind. So I guess I was wrong.
Wow.
Acting, my friend. It's called acting.
Well, and the two of them are just like trying to fight over they're fighting, but they're like not. They're like, well, we decide. Well, we like, like they're trying to get that position, right?
Yeah, as if these guys really need to, if these raiders really need Shakespeare or whoever the other authors were that they were mentioning. Yeah, like
I could teach them
and then
pre-calculus.
Yeah, they need to know how to take showers. I mean, let's get real.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about when the whole committee was talking about the different? Yeah, like I could do this. Yeah, that's so ridiculous. I was gonna say though, quick Easter egg. So I didn't know this. I'm gonna be straightforward. I'd never played the first game, but I did find out through researching and doing, Googling and such, that apparently the water chip situation is actually basically the whole plot of the first game, which makes sense. It's like a tactics game. Like you have to,
that's like the reason
the
she has
vault
to go
is
outside.
dying. Yeah. So, but that I think that was so just a little Easter egg there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then so we get to the part where Lucy's brother, I can't remember his name, Norm.
Shit.
Oh, it's been
Norm.
escaping me too. Yeah.
Is that his name?
He suggests,
he's so forgettable. I'm sorry. Like,
Norm McLean, and he suggests that, I don't know, maybe we just need to execute these prisoners because why do we need to rehabilitate them? You know what I mean?
Let's implement the death penalty on this motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he doesn't want to waterboard them. He just wants to get straight to the execution. So it basically that's kind of like what sparks this conversation, and it's just really interesting to see the dilemma that these vault dwellers find themselves in.
Well, and the whole scene, the way it unfolds is them, or however you work in the part where they're kind of assigning punishment to the two that opened the vault door, and just that way that he was like in that scene where he's telling them like, nothing, I'm not excited about anything, nothing bothers me, and
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, like, okay, you can't phase me.
But then the lady, she it kind of clicks with her, like, oh, I know what to do. I know where to put this guy.
I just realized the guy who plays Norm, is Rico from Hannah Montana.
Rico. I don't know.
All right.
Holy.
I've never seen it, but
My sister used to love that show, so I was
yeah.
like, man, why does that guy look familiar? I swear he was in the Disney
No
Channel. But
way.
yeah, Rico from Hannah Montana.
Rico. Okay. Well, so yeah, and then he eventually talks with the cute Cyclops lady that she kind of feels the same way, right? Like,
Cyclops lady.
yeah, she had her eye gouged out.
She's kind of a
fork in
babe,
her eye.
especially now that she's not pregnant anymore.
Wait, I think she is still pregnant
Wait,
in the show. Dang, Alex, you keep watching ahead, brother.
I got this shit mixed up. Sorry, it's been a long day, guys. My baby has been nonstop, so
Hey, we
Oh,
get it.
baby.
I got dad brain.
You got the
Okay.
dad brains.
Yeah, dad
But,
brains. That's my
Yeah.
Bad Brains cover band with all dads.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, and so next we go to Maximus and Thaddeus. They're tracking radiation signatures, or at least they're trying to. They're trying to track the ghoul, but they arrive at the same lake where Lucy was attacked, and they really get up close and personal with this Gulper. Thaddeus almost gets swallowed. Maximus drags him out and basically rips the monster like inside out, right? Like that was
I guess
gnarly.
because he was holding on to the guy so much with his fingers.
All those fingies. Yeah.
I
They're
thought
holding on.
he was pushing him into the mall. Like, okay, like time to kill your ass. I thought he was pushing him in until like
I'll help
the very
you. Oh
end.
no.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Maybe he would have if Thaddeus didn't tell him that whole backstory
Right.
about him being, sad that he was gone and stuff. But
Well, he still was like, "Hey, go protect me," which is like the same shit that
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Help.
first guy did.
well, no, actually, it was a little bit different, right? Like
Played a little.
because Maximus did not want to go into that cave, but Thaddeus,
Was like
he was
yeah,
like, "I'll go at this monster. Hey, I need to earn. I got to show my bravery. I'll do it." He was all for
I'll
it.
Yeah.
pick these apples that are non-existent on this.
okay.
tree.
I wanted
Yeah.
to go. I wanted to go back
This
in the
shit's kinda
journey.
funny.
I love that
Yeah.
because even on before the apples in the tree, it was like, okay, they got to go back to the scientists. They found the body, right? Another one of
Yeah.
these hilarious moments. He pulls out the drawing of the scientist and is like, "Yep, that's him. That's him."
Yeah, he holds it over
There's
the
a
body.
headless body, and he's like, "That's him." It's only a picture of a head, but it's a drawing. It's not even a picture.
It looked like the amateur like leprechaun sketch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You got to go on YouTube and watch that,
Oh
guys.
my god.
All right. Yeah. So that was really good. But then the dog, we see the head there and they're like, wow, okay, we did it. We completed the mission because the dog is over there licking this head,
Oh, that was weird.
which by the way, the head looks amazing. Like, I feel like they really, like they nailed it with the look of this guy,
Mm.
it's good cast.
yeah.
I wanted to go back in the episode a little bit too, because you said the dog. That reminds me
Mhm.
when the ghoul's pulling Lucy away after he used her as bait, and she's like, "What about the dog?" He's like, "It's not my dog."
Right.
Yeah.
Pissed me off. This damn, and I don't know. I can go on for hours about this dog because he deserves better. He's kind of just mistreated this whole damn series.
Right.
But yeah, that
Poor
pissed me
dog
off.
meat.
I
Yeah.
know.
Well, and she was crying out and barking. I think it was just because like she knew the head was in the water. She could smell like where it was, or it was a female dog, or I don't remember.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
really-
and that was her original
It's a bitch.
master, right?
Right.
That's who raised her. And so I like to think that, she was kissing him instead of
Okay.
just licking
Yeah, it
the
wasn't just
licking the bile and fluids off of him.
I was like, gross.
Well, I mean, I think it's obviously she has some sort of affinity for the guy because she's very equipped at tracking him down,
Mhm.
right? Like, and she doesn't know because she's a dog that she's being used to track
Right.
him. But like, she's just like, I got to go find my guy, right? I got to go find my dad.
Mhm. My
So-
daddy. All right. And then after that, Lucy wakes up as the ghoul holds her captive and they're going through the desert. she begs for water. He just is cold-blooded and just ignores her, pours the water out on the floor, and then as there's some glimmer of hope because she's walking there, and then she sees something she recognizes. She sees the Vault Boy up there on a poster, and she just has this very optimistic look on her face all the way up until he just shoots the head out of the billboard. And the look that she gives him is just priceless.
And as a cinema nerd, I wanted to point out too. So that scene where he like takes the water and he's like, "Oh, it's delicious," and pours it out and like wastes it. I'm pretty sure that's a direct reference to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay.
Because there's a scene where Clint Eastwood is being paraded through the desert by his enemy, and it's the same thing. He's just all blistered up, like lips are cracked and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
It was also like kind of like a callback to the first or second episode where she just so willingly gave her water to that like hillbilly guy.
Yeah, that's a good point, Sid.
You know, and then she, makes me thirsty. I need some water now.
If somebody hands you a bottle of water, you drink it all.
Yeah.
Even if you're not thirsty.
Even if you're not thirsty. I love that line.
That is actually a really good thing to point out, because that is like a contrast point, right? Like how giving and caring she is as opposed to this guy,
as opposed to the whole world now, right?
Yeah,
like,
but especially the Ghoul.
She's definitely fish out of water, where she's like mentioning the golden rule, and just what she's operating on is just completely different than what's going on in the wasteland, right?
Yeah, she's a Gulper out of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes us want to root for her even more, though, right? Yeah.
Just that and growing up in a vault and just be given this one propaganda your whole life, like living in this bubble.
Propaganda. Travis, why are you calling it propaganda?
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because she's nice to a fault at this point, right? But she can't really shake that because that's how she was raised.
Makes me want to point back to the first episode. How is she so nice? But like her dad and then the blonde chick were handling business during the brawl.
Well, she was too, if you recall. She wasn't. Once she figured out there were raiders, she went to work. Yeah,
but she had a little tranquilizer gun.
Yeah,
it wasn't like axing somebody with a shovel or just the fact that homegirl got stabbed in the eye and just like didn't give a shit and kept going.
Oh yeah, she was unstoppable.
It seems to believe like, they had prior life to the vault or prior or other experience to
something like that.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
you think
maybe
something like that.
Hey, we might get to that, but in the meantime, we have one more scene, which is a flashback where Cooper, we're back to that original scene where he is in the Vault Tech blue jumpsuit and he's posing for a photo shoot. And like Travis mentioned, it's kind of like all photo shoots where it's the one you least expect that ends up really hitting. And, he's trying all these different poses. He's not, it's going well, but no one's like, yeah, that's it. And so he eventually decides, what if I do this thumbs up? And that's where the moment really resonates that, okay, that is Vault Boy. That's where it came from. And it just leads to a whole lot of other questions because, there's a lot that can happen in 200 years, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what did it kind of hit you guys at the same time? Like, oh crap, that's what I've been watching this whole time. Is that's him?
Yeah, kind of like the resentment he feels towards that, but also like shooting her hope in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the end there, like I don't know, I just loved those scenes in like old Hollywood. And I don't know, it just works really well. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I also like that.
Definitely makes me want to watch the next episode.
Sure. Well, now you can, but
yeah,
don't pull an Alex.
Oh no,
I don't know what you're talking about. I also like too that like that it seems like that Cooper had his like specific colors. For instance, like if you watch John Wayne films, John Wayne's usually wearing kind of like a burgundy cowboy shirt, like a double breasted, or like, it's always kind of a burgundy. And then with Cooper, you see that he's wearing that blue and gold.
Mhm.
And then the Vault Tech suit was also blue and gold. So I was wondering if it's like, hey, Cooper Howard's going to be the spokesman, so we're going to use his, legendary, his iconic colors on this suit.
Probably.
Yeah.
The way marketing works.
Yeah, you want to stick with what works, right? And I was kind of thinking something similar, which is just like, I really wonder what happens next that kind of accelerates this this hatred that he has eventually. What happened between this photo shoot where he's really stoked and is given this thumbs up to where he's blasting his own face on the billboard, so just makes me wonder, like, that was just a really cool mystery that they teased.
So that time period when he's doing those photo shoots, that the apocalypse hasn't happened yet, but there's obviously at this time period, companies, Vault Tech is coming into existence, I guess, and it's like we're preparing these products for this type of thing.
So I think it's and maybe this is wrong, but I imagine that this photo shoot is happening well before that first scene in the first episode. Because if you're a famous actor, you're not going to be doing kids' birthday parties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think this is like he's doing this acting gig and doing this Vault, photo shoot, this first advertisement, but it is downhill from there, I think, to where he's doing a kid's birthday party.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
So it kind of shows you the time there.
And it's not giving anything away to say that the way that they've kind of structured these episodes is they give a lot of clues in that first episode to not necessarily what's happening, but that something happened, right? For instance, he's doing the kids' birthday parties. The douchebag that owned the place and hired him had mentioned, it's like, hey, why is Cooper Howard doing kids' birthday parties? He's like, obviously it's alimony or something to that effect.
Yeah,
and then
something happened, right?
Also the thumbs up thing.
Yeah,
right?
He told him to do thumbs
right.
up.
He forces him to do the thumbs up, and you don't really know why.
I just don't really, and he's like, I just don't really think that's a good idea, right? So it's setting that up that early on that obviously something happened from that point to flashback to the point where he's like just now or starting to do stuff for Vault-Tec, that they did something to rub him the wrong way, or that something happened to rub him the wrong way.
So the audience definitely wants to know.
Which is good writing. A lot of anticipation.
Yeah. I think the audience definitely wants to know which version of Cooper that Sydney thinks is hotter. The Western outfit, the blue and gold cowboy, or the blue and gold Vault Tech outfit.
Or when he has the butthole for a mouth.
Oh.
All three same time.
Yeah.
Butthole for a mouth?
Yeah, like when he's the ghoul, it's like his lips are all puckered like a butthole.
Oh. I thought you were making a reference to the TV show Priest.
Nope.
Because there's a guy out there named Arseface whose his mouth actually looks like an ass. And I was like, but that wasn't, I thought you were trying, anyway.
No.
Only Alex can put all these together, all these references that we don't even try to make. He's just like, yeah, that's a reference.
He's connecting the dots. He's like a beautiful mind.
What is that meme you sent me last night, Alex? It was like the Japanese folklore. If you're like being
the butt eye.
Yeah, yeah, the butt eye was like a simpima or something.
Yeah, no, it's a Japanese yokai, which if you guys aren't familiar, it's just like they're cryptids or like supernatural beings.
But it's
called the butt eye, and it's like instead of like scaring people with claws and faces, it just comes out and like winks its butt at you. There's like a big eye on its ass.
It has an eye for a butthole.
But
well, speaking of
things I don't know until I sit on this show. Like what?
Yeah, you guys, I learn a lot on this show. All right, speaking of I was wondering, what did you guys think of the episode? Where do you put this compared to some of the other ones? And just what were some of your overall thoughts? Like, let's say you're not going to rate it or anything, because we don't do that for TV shows. But, what'd you think?
Like I said before, I'm all in now. There's no 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I've got to see what happens. So I'm getting out of my Matt Damon comfort zone here
Mm.
with some, yeah.
Just watching things that
Yes.
Matt Damon isn't in. You're branching
Yes.
out. a
Well,
little bit
we
more.
need our
Okay.
Well,
obligatory-
it's funny that you say that
Yeah.
because Matt Damon cameoed. He was the Gulper.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm damn.
That was his fingers.
Yeah, those were his fingers.
Yeah.
Now you want to be you want to be Lucy now.
Eat me up, Gulper.
No,
Ew.
I think that yeah, same. I think that as far as TV shows go, it's hard for me to rate episode to episode unless there's like something particularly like really cool about that episode. I like to look at the whole series as a whole, but as far as like the escalation goes, and just yeah, it's definitely starting to get, like I said, getting into the meat of it. Got to see some, you know, cooler shit like the Gulper and some good gore and you know, a little more screen time with the Ghoul, which is like my favorite character in the series. So yeah. Speaking of, sorry, back to the Ghoul real quick. I was going to say, because you're asking that question for Sydney, like which one she thinks hotter, and like this is straight hetero. I'm just this, you know, it's like, but I'm telling you, like it's kind of a both thing situation, because like you're looking like handsome Cooper back in the day, real kind, sweet, like husby material, right? But then you look at like badass Southern drawl Cooper, you know. They both have their takeaways.
Oh,
You know, it's
yeah.
like personality versus looks.
Get them both.
Mhm.
Get a Ghoul that can do both.
Yeah.
What about you, Travis? What'd you think?
Yeah, what do you think about which one would you prefer?
Oh, yeah, totally the Western. Yeah, the bad boy Goggins here.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, the episode has really come. No, not just the episode, but the series, like I said, is coming together a lot more, and I'm enjoying a lot of the dialogue, and then just the funny things that are happening. Like this one wasn't as is like, you know, last episode they were in Philly and like, oh, he kills everybody, and there's all this fight scene and going on, and there was some fight scene stuff in here, but there's like, you know, some dialogue that's laying out some stuff, but then they're saying funny things and like doing funny things that you could miss, but if you catch them, it's like, oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
You know, I like that they add that in there. It's not just a straight drama or serious or, you know.
It's balancing like the tone, the pacing, the writing, all of it is just firing on all cylinders, I think, for me. And, you know, I'm laughing. I'm thinking that the action scenes are cool. I'm never thinking like, oh, that doesn't really make sense, you know? Like everything is just kind of clicking. And so I feel exactly the same way like you guys. I was really struggling to not watch the next episode just because I just want to see what happens next. Because even though I've seen this before, I do not remember what happens.
Well,
So
I'm watching it with my cousin, and he also had seen it before and doesn't really totally remember a lot of it. So, you know, but being able to sit there and watch it with somebody else, I'm even interacting more like we're like, oh my gosh, or oh, that's crazy, that's weird, or oh, the fingers, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to that point, when I went ahead and skipped and watched the whole series again, it was after I watched episode 3 that I was like, fuck, man, I gotta go. I gotta watch this whole thing now. Because like I said, up to that point, I had only watched the first 3 episodes, and I had put the show down, and then when I rewatched those 3 episodes, I was like, oh.
Yeah. And my ADHD will get me bored sometimes, and I'll just be like, fall asleep or get up and do something else, and it's no, I'm in, I'm locked in the way they've edited it.
Awesome. All right. Well, it seems like we're all going to be coming back for the next episode. So, Sid, you want to take us out?
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining us as we cover episode 3 of season 1 of Fallout. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, and wherever you listen or watch your podcasts. Give us 4 guys a 5-star review. And
Give 4 guys.
yeah, we're just 4 guys. Give us a 5-star review and join us next week as we cover episode 4 and catch up with us before season 2 comes out so we can all watch it together when it comes out on December 17th.
Can't wait.
In the meantime, I want to know what the first thing you would make your squire do. I would make him do all my Christmas lights and go pick apples in a pecan tree. Okay.
I would make him wash this stack of dishes over here that I have after this show.
I'd go make him beat up
Then
all my
clean your
bullies
gut.
from high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, one more thing, we do have a Letterboxd as well, where we will be reviewing the movies.
Okay.
So if you guys
Letterboxd.
have Letterboxd, yeah, come check it out. And I don't think Fallout's on there, but every time we do a movie, we will be putting in Siskel and Ebert review. So
Okay.
Discord, Reddit, MySpace, we're all there at the cinema so far. Okay, guys, you ready? That's a wrap on this week's episode of
the
Cinema.
So
So